Hey, welcome Cranky Old Gamer fans. I wanted to put together this video because I got inspired to make some terrain pieces for some of the games that I'm playing, particularly DeepWars and Frostgrave and, Warhammer and 40K and all those good things that, need some cool terrain in them. And so we're playing a lot of DeepWars lately, and we're really enjoying it. And one of the terrain features in DeepWars is these ether crystals at the bottom of the ocean. And I got to thinking, seeing some of the stuff I see in some of the hobby forums, that it would be really cool to get some, kind of up our game in the hobby area. So I wanted to make some terrain that had some light effects in them. So I thought, what could be a better little terrain project to, start off in my OLED adventure. In making terrain pieces, then kind of some glowing ether crystals at the bottom of the abyss for our DeepWars game. So basically I put together these two pieces. These top pieces, I'll kind of show you here, are some bluish kind of crystal. They're made out of resin. These bluish crystals that came from got them from the dice bag lady, Wargames Terrain or something. I'll put a link in the video notes. But essentially, they're resin crystals. I said, well, this would be perfect for like I said, DeepWars or Frostgrave or Necron terrain on some worlds. So basically, I made I bought these. It comes in this blue resin. The base is blue too, but I painted it, the bottom of it, if you can kind of see here, and then I dry brushed it to kind of make it look like it fit. And then I got some OLEDs from PoweredPlay Gaming, and the gentleman was kind enough to kind of create some OLED for me, a couple of different OLEDs with flashing lights in them and kind of flickering lights in them, so they kind of look like it pulsating with ether glow. So we're going to give you a little demo of that here in a second, but basically it's a two-piece thing. There's this thing, there's the OLED in here, which I'll show you in a moment. Oh, looks like that popped out already, but I'll kind of show you that in a moment. So it's basically, I made these bases for them where you can kind of see there's that hides the electronics in them. So basically, and I made this out of clay, and I put some. It's a super sculpey clay, and I baked it, and put some ballast on it and painted it up. So why don't we get these kind of going? Kind of show you what they look like. I got a green one. Huh? How's that? Flickering with ether. Pulsating ether energy. And I got a white one because I wanted to see what they looked like in a couple of different colors, because per the game setting for DeepWars, there's these ether crystals, and sometimes they look kind of bluish crystals, sometimes they look like pulsating glowing greenish crystals. So a couple of different effects here, so I thought I would show you that, how they look. And I think this looks really fantastic. I mean, how cool is that, right? Having that on your game board, kind of setting the mood. And so even if you want to get super fancy, look at that, huh? Imagine that on your gaming board. So yeah, I wanted to show off some of the stuff I made. So basically, these look like this on the underside. So the OLED is in there. There's a very tiny switch. Kind of get with my big fat finger there, but kind of I made these again. I made these out of these bottoms out of clay, super sculpey clay. Baked them. They hardened after you bake them, and then you can kind of paint them. And so you've got these OLEDs in here, and I kind of taped them in there because I had a little bit of extra wire, and you kind of put these guys in there, and I drilled out some holes. These come flat, and so I had to drill out some holes, and I put the OLEDs in there. And put them all back together, and then you turn them on, and that's what you got. So yeah, some custom flickering terrain pieces for any of your gaming needs. I thought I'd put this video together to show you a pretty cool little terrain project. It didn't take long, and I think the effects are pretty outstanding. So hope you enjoyed, and hit me up with any comments if you have any questions. Thanks.